Alright, so the Apple event just went down a few days ago and they just announced their new line of products. They have their new phones, the new earbuds, and a new watch. And there's just a lot of things to cover, so let's get into it because I'm super excited, especially about the iPhone 14 Pro, the new design, the dynamic island. I don't know why they even call it that, but I will be getting the phone this Friday to review and to unbox it, to give you my thoughts about the new phone because it's a big upgrade. I'm using the iPhone 10 right now and this is a huge upgrade for me, but I do want to go over all their products because I want to share my thoughts about them. I never owned an Apple Watch and last year I was so excited to get an Apple Watch, but they never really made any changes from the 6 to the 7. There were speculations of the new design and maybe longer battery life. So I was like, this year they must be doing the new design, bigger battery life, but they didn't do much at all. It's the same old design, but they do have these new sensors, one which is a temperature sensor to help track ovulation a bit better for females, which I don't think will be the most accurate, but it is a nice addition. They will also have these new sensors to help track if you get into a severe car accident. This way it can automatically dial emergency service if you need it, which I think is great, but hopefully no one needs to ever use that feature. But other than that, there really isn't anything new about the Series 8 Apple Watch. And I just don't see myself using these new features on a daily basis. I was really hoping for a longer battery life, but instead they were showcasing that there's this new low power battery mode, which to be honest is just a software update. I'm pretty sure the older Apple Watches will have this feature as well, which it just turns off a lot of the software that it's running in order to save the battery that's on the watch. So it's not really a bigger battery on the watch. It's just another mode that you could put on the watch and turn it on whenever you need more battery. And as someone who's never owned an Apple Watch, this is actually a Garmin Venue SQ. I think the best bang for your buck is actually the Apple Watch SE. It has the latest chipset, just like the Apple Series 8, and it has everything you need. If you need to track your sleep, you need to track your steps, you need to track your heart rate, it does all of that. It's a lot cheaper and you don't have to spend all that money just for features that you're not going to use on a daily basis. So the longer battery life and the slightly new design did come to the Apple Watch series, but it's on their new line of Apple Watches. It's the Ultra series and this watch costs $800. My initial reaction when I was watching the press conference was, wow, this is one expensive watch. But then I realized Garmin also sells these watches that cost just as much or if not more expensive than the Apple Watch. And it seems like Apple is trying to compete with Garmin to get some of their customers who use iPhones but they want a heavy duty watch for their extreme sports such as deep sea diving, or if you're going to hike Mount Everest, or if you're doing any type of triathlon races, then this watch might be for you. It's going to be a lot more durable with the new sapphire material that they're using, and it can withstand extreme temperatures. So it seems like Apple is really targeting this small niche group of audience who are your extreme sport athletes. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of day-to-day users who want that longer battery life and want a more rugged or bigger display and even new design on an Apple Watch, who will spend the extra $400. I think this $800 price point is really smart from Apple because now they can either go more expensive or slightly less expensive with a $600 option or even a $1,000 option in the future with the new lineups. For example, I think they're going to come out with a $600 Apple Watch Pro, which will have the longer battery life, which will have a new design, but it probably won't be as rugged or made out of the new material that they're using. So this way they can sell it to the everyday users out there like myself who will probably spend that extra $200 for the new features. So let me know down below in the comment section if you'd like to see a review of the Apple Watch Ultra. I'll probably drop the money, kind of just mess around with the watch and give you my thoughts about it. So the two products I'm super excited for were the AirPods Pro and the iPhone. So first off, the AirPods Pro 2nd generation. At first I thought it wasn't any major upgrades to the AirPods Pro. The color were the same, the design was the same. However, the hardware is a bit better, and this is something I think you kind of just have to test in person. I can give you the spec sheet of the new hardware, and with the new hardware and chipset, it should sound much better than the original 1st gen, but you can't really tell unless you actually try it out. I do like that they added speakers to the outside part of the case because I would misplace these damn things all the time and I wouldn't find them for like 20-30 minutes, and I'll have to go all over the place just to get them. Also, they extended the battery life of the AirPods on the earbuds. Now it's 6 hours compared to 4.5, and with the case it's up to 30 hours. And you can charge it now with the Apple Watch dock, and I don't own an Apple Watch, so it doesn't really matter to me, but it is a nice addition. So if you do own an Apple Watch, you can use the same charger and you don't actually need to use a cable. And it's nice that they improved the touch controls on the earbuds, because previously you couldn't change the volume without having to summon Siri or going on your phone and manually turning up or down the volume. But now you can do it on the earbuds, and it's just nice because you don't really need to have your phone right next to you all the time. There's a hole on the case in case you want to put on the lanyard. I just don't see myself using it, but it's a nice addition. And they did mention about the new personalized spatial audio, which is not a new feature. It's part of iOS 16. It's a software feature, but it's not a hardware feature exclusive to the new AirPods Pro 2. I did try out the feature, and it does a little better of a job just understanding where you are in space in correlation with your phone. So when you do use that spatial audio feature, it does a better job in just knowing where you're at. What I'm most excited for is the iPhone 14 Pro, not the regular version, because I think the regular version is a waste of money unless you're just getting the lowest tier and not the Max. Because if you are getting the iPhone 14 Max, you might as well just spend $100 for the iPhone 14 Pro. And yes, you're gonna get a smaller screen size, but you're going to get the new Dynamic Island. Let's talk about the Dynamic Island. So I don't know who named it the Dynamic Island on the marketing team, but I'm just thinking in my head, this person was at the round table and just stood up and said, I got it. We could call it the Dynamic Island. Like, Apple just comes up with these weird names, but hey, the features is what's important, and they blew it away when it came out with the features and how they were showing it. First, I thought this was just going to be a regular pill cutout, new design, new hardware, new phone for me, awesome, right? But once they started showing these features and how it integrates into the software, I think Apple did an amazing job using the Dynamic Island, and now it's pretty much a widget. It's a widget on your phone taking use of dead space that was just meant to be for your sensors and your cameras, but now it seems like it's part of the phone. It reminds me of Samsung and their Edge display and how they try to integrate it with some of their software, but I think Apple just blew it out of the water. I truly see myself using this Dynamic Island on a day-to-day basis, and I think a lot of people will as well, because it's just integrated so smoothly into the software. I can think of so many scenarios. For example, if you're cooking and you want to look at a recipe and you also want to set a timer and have it running, you just swipe that up to the Dynamic Island while you look at the recipe and make your food. I can't wait to see all the third-party apps that will be integrating the Dynamic Island on their application and really just improving the experience for their users. So I already placed an order for the phone, which I will receive Friday, and I'll be doing an unboxing and initial impressions review of the phone. So make sure you subscribe down below for that video. And which products are you interested from Apple from this announcement? Let me know down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.